Okay, I got a new Jetbeam that I'm going to do a video review of. And this is the Jetbeam, I guess it'd be the IIIMR military series flashlight. And this one's got some punch. This is running a Cree XHP35 emitter in it. It punches out quite a ways. And real quick, just to cover the specs before we get into it too much. Like I said, the Cree XHP35 emitter, and I'll show you the battery. It's a 21700, and you're capable of running a 20700 or 18650 with it as well, which is cool. And then what I like, the built-in Type-C, USB Type-C charging port, max lumens, 2000 lumens of output, and we'll get into the exact specs, but one thing, that'll run a long time at that setting and not drop down like many of the other flashlights on the market. 2000 lumens, 1.9 hours of runtime. Not dropping down, just keeps right on rolling. 1100 lumens, 2 hours, 380, 6.5, 85, 25 hours, and 15 lumens, 120 hours. Beam distance, I'd already tried it out. I didn't quite get there, but I do believe it's just because a little bit of fog in the air. But it was 390 meters of max beam distance. And I got close to that, which out of this size light, you can't expect anything more than that. That's just unreal. That's awesome. And of course, the typical waterproofing and stuff like that. But onto the light. We got, here is the battery. Like I said, a 5100 milliamp, 18.5 watt hour, 21700. And build quality on the light, exceptional. You got two switches, one in the back and one on the side. But it does come with the 21700 battery, and your charging port is right here. Here's the USB charger, kind of a short cable. Do believe doing this, you should be able to plug this in or be able to charge a phone or something running it that way, is what they got this for. Don't 100% quote me, I haven't tried it, but that'd be the only reason why. And you got a clip, a spare clicky, and a spare O-ring. And an extremely rugged case, as typical with pretty much all the Jetbeams I've ever had. Very heavy duty, you're not going to worry about this sewing coming undone. Double lined, and then an O-ring, and then a lanyard. Now the light, pretty much no frills. It does have memory mode, and as you can see right there, you got your green indicator showing the charge. Find out where I was. Other phone was ringing. But that'll show us as far as charging and as well. Show you the indicators on that. And I'm in the lowest mode right now, and this was the 15 lumens for 120 hours, no half lumen or 1 lumen with this light, which is incredibly good. Now when I click it again, it's going to go right into the 2000 lumen. That is running for 1.9 hours straight, and the light gets a little warm, but not terribly warm. Pretty awesome UI. You got to have the back switch on for the front one to work. Back is on and off, and there's your modes on there. And I do believe we can take this rubber, yeah, this comes right off. This anti-roll thing, pull it right off if you want. Overall, awesome light. Let's get outside and do some beam shots. All right, we got a lux meter 4 meters away, and I'm going to take this Jetbeam, and we're going to go on the turbo, see what the lux is, and then calculate the throw. 4 meters away. Check it out. That's a nice wide beam and a good hot spot. It's 1988 lux times 4 meters squared is 16 divided by the brightness of the moon, or 0.25 lumens, gives us 127,232. Now we're going to take the square root of that. That is punching out there. 356 meters. Figured it was going to be high. That is awesome out of that light. 356.69 meters. All right, beam shots. All right, we got a tree that's 62 meters away. We also got some smoke blowing from a fire. You know what, I'm gonna move the camera. We got a tree right here that's about 60 meters away, and I'm not even on the high setting with this Jetbeam. I'm actually the third to the highest setting, and it's gonna go down, and that's probably the second to the lowest setting right there, and then the lowest, which is 15 lumens. That is high or turbo, and this is just unreal. That tree right there is 92 meters, and all them trees back there, I got fog rolling in a little bit, so plus we got a little fire going in the background. Right there, them trees are 140 to 190 meters out, and keep in mind, smoke wouldn't do this. Wind keeps shifting, but you could get a good idea with this little, keep in mind, this small flashlight with this much punch, over 300 meters easy. I think I got up to over 350, but it's rated at like 390. But somewhere in between there, this will run for almost 2 hours like this. It's just unreal. We're gonna move over to that hillside up there. Is pushing over 300 meters. And look at this thing. It hits it no problem at all. I mean, you could clearly see if there was an animal or something up there. Well, look at this. I'm gonna step down in the road to get away from the some of this smoke. Yeah, it's getting foggy out, but look at this thing. This is out in the field. Funny I ain't seeing no wildlife out there. That tree right there is about 220 yards out. Lights everything up. That's on turbo. And there's the next mode down. You can still see 60 plus meters easy. That's the lowest mode. Back to turbo. Is that wicked or what? All right, I got dogs barking in the distance, but this here is my Chevy truck with the high beams on, and we're gonna take this Jetbeam, and that's actually one of the lower modes, probably the lowest mode. No, that's the lowest mode there. That's the highest mode. Look at that darn thing compared to the truck headlights. The Jetbeam, truck headlights. Jetbeam, truck headlights. And no comparison, is there? I really like that. Even on the next mode down, it's still shining out as far as the truck headlights do. And the spill, perfectly round spill. You can't beat that. Man, I love the beam pattern on this light. It's just great, ain't it? Tell you what, I'm going to go down the road quite a ways and shine it back. I'm going to drive down the road a ways, back down by that other fire number sign, and shine back, which is about 100 and probably 70 yards or more, and show you what this looks like. So there you are, the Jetbeam IIIMR, or you could call it the third MR. Awesome feature on this light is the amount of runtime at 2000 lumens. I mean, you're talking almost 2 hours of runtime at the highest output, which is pretty awesome. Great user interface, wicked amount of throw, and you saw that beautiful spill on this light for how big this light is in the head. I mean, you literally can fit this in your back pocket without the case, which I really like. It's getting better and better. So go ahead and check that link out down below for this Jetbeam. Wicked light. There you go. Till next time.